This is Pick Up the Pace Language Exchange. Yeah! Pick up the pace, bang on the bass. Mama, get down with the chicken on your face.
So you changed your hair color, right?
Yes, I did. I got highlights.
This is first time for dyeing your hair. Had that for?
We don't need to say for, so this is your first time
This is your first time
dyeing your hair?
dyeing your hair.
Yes, it's my first time, so yeah. What do you think?
But you imitated me, my hair color.
I copied you.
You copied me.
Kind of, a little bit, yeah.
So what do you think? Like this is first time, right? How did you feel?
At first, I couldn't get used to it. Like when I was on the train and I saw my reflection in the window, I took a double take.
Double take. This is double take.
Yeah.
Okay. Double take.
But now I'm used to it, and
There is a funny story. So you said like after you dyed your hair, like how can I say, like how can I but normal curl?
no, okay. So I wanted to know if I would be like this forever.
Yeah. So you saw like if you change your hair color like forever, like the color
The color will stay.
will stay. You thought, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you have never dyed.
Dyed. My hair.
Dyed and dyed is
Same pronunciation.
dyed.
Yeah. The spelling is different.
So totally same pronunciation.
It's a homonym.
What is homonym?
A homonym are two words that have the same sound but different meanings.
What we have some like that word in Japanese,
Really?
right?
Oh, like shake and sake. Those are different.
Hashi.
Ame. 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 Or ame and
Candy, you mean?
and sweets and rain.
Yeah.
Ame. What?
No.
Sweets.
Ame. Yeah, ame. Ame is rain. Ame is candy.
But this is the English episode, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So today I wanna ask, why did you come to Japan from Atlanta?
I get asked that question a lot, and
But it's correct. Like,
that's fine, but it's better to say what brought you to Japan.
what brought you to Japan?
Yeah.
So this means why did you come to Japan?
Yes.
Okay.
So when I used to work at a conversation school, that's the question that I got asked all the time, and depending on people's tone, it can sound a little bit direct and intimidating.
You mean what if
Why did you come to Japan?
Oh, I see.
Why did you come to Japan?
No, so, sounds like kind of negative or like
It
why?
sounds, yeah.
Okay.
So, but a big thing is tone,
Mhm.
and of course you don't have that problem, but in general maybe it's better to say what brings you or what brought you to Japan.
What bring you to Japan? Like, this is not past tense, right?
Yeah.
So when can I use like what brings you to Japan?
When you first meet somebody, like when you're at the bar and you say, hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Sri Lanka. What brings you to Japan? Like when you're talking right now.
But this is like I'm asking
In the past.
in the past, but I should say what brings.
Yeah, but both are okay. You could say what brought you. It's just a nuance.
Okay.
Both are okay.
But this time I knew it like we are talking.
We're familiar.
Familiar.
Yeah.
So
What bring it would be weird if you said what brings you to Japan. 'Cause- yeah,
What?
because we're very familiar.
So I know you well, so I should ask.
What brings you to Japan sounds like when you just meet somebody and like introduction.
Okay, interesting. I see.
Sounds-
So today I have to ask like, what brought you to Japan?
I think my path to Japan is very similar to other people my age from America and other Western countries. So I went to university and I got a degree in the liberal arts. So I started as well, this goes back a little bit more, but I started university in the School of Business and Economics. And then, after taking some classes, especially in an accounting class, I realized that I didn't see my future in that kind of career. So I changed my major.
I always like if you say you not only you, like you guys say Korea, sounds like Korea country, but you
Career.
yeah
Career.
career. We say career, right?
Korea.
Like
Hankoku.
yeah. How it's different like pronunciation.
Korea.
Korea is
Country.
country.
Career.
Same.
It's similar, yeah.
Similar.
Career.
So
Yeah.
country.
Yeah, but you understand based
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
context.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
now I could understand, but when I was in London, I always think like I didn't know career is Korea. So Korea, they are talking about Korea. Like many people talk about Korea.
You should use context clues.
So
So
no, we don't talk about the Korea. So
yeah, it would be so weird if I just said Korea.
okay, sorry.
So I couldn't see myself in a business and economic career, so I changed 2 times. I went to school for geology for 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't know why. And then after that, I finally changed to philosophy and psychology, and that is what I just thought was really interesting and worth my time to learn about those things. So long story short, I graduated with a degree in philosophy and a minor in psychology. And I think a lot of people like me had very poor job prospects out of college with that degree. So yeah, I was working in a restaurant after I graduated university. And also to backtrack from that, while I was in university, I did a study abroad in Spain for 6 weeks. So I had been outside of the country before, but this was the longest time I had been away from my family. And I liked the freedom and the immersion in a different culture. It was in Spain and I speak some Spanish, so it wasn't too jarring to live there. And yeah, I enjoyed that so much. So fast forward to when I was a postgraduate, I wanted to live abroad again. And I also wanted to visit Asia, and so those kind of desires synthesized, and long story short, I contacted...
Long story short, not long. This is long. Okay, so
I contacted one of my old friends from high school who was working in Japan at the time, and he referred me to his company in Japan, and
he at the beginning, he invited you, or you asked him?
No, I asked him.
No,
I asked him, like, what are you doing in Japan? And he told me he was teaching, like, English. And I said, oh, interesting. And then he recommended it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you should do it. But I think he didn't really expect me to do it. Maybe it's just a thing you say to people. But I was like, yeah, okay. Because I had just gotten out of a relationship and I had to move out of an apartment that was there was a lot of changes happening, and it was a good time to make a big change. So yeah, I followed him. I took him up on that offer, and
So you mean so you didn't have like specific reason?
to come to Japan.
Yeah.
Right.
So just kind of so your friend lived in Japan already, so and maybe you you inspired from him.
I was inspired by him.
You were inspired by him.
Inspired. Yeah, influenced.
Influenced. Yeah,
Yeah.
influenced.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. Yeah.
So you decided to go to Japan. What your parents said.
Yeah, I remember I told my dad first, and he asked me if that was what I really wanted to do, and I said yes. And he said, well, if that's what you want to do, then fine. Kind of like that. Yeah, and then I called my aunt and uncle and told my other family, and they thought that was a great idea. And then every time I told somebody else, everybody had the same reaction.
What?
Oh, my friend did that, and they loved it, so you will like it.
Well, what was your Japanese image before you came
My
here?
Japanese image. So in college, I started to read books by Murakami Haruki, and he writes kind of metaphysical books that are set in Tokyo and in Japan. So, so like in Murakami Haruki's books, he describes kind of like a lot of they call it like, I guess, shitamachi? Lower back streets. Back streets of Tokyo, and how it's like a whole different world. And yeah, I felt like I was in one of his novels. Like, it made sense. Like, it clicked. Because like in Tokyo and Yoyogi and things like that, you're in this huge city, but if you like turn one way, you can suddenly be in the middle of like a forest, like a temple. And it's like a different world, totally. And I thought that was really cool.
You didn't expect that.
No. We don't have temples, really.
Yeah, I see. I don't know. I have no idea because I was born in Japan, so it's so natural for me. But you wanted to live in Tokyo, but actually, your company. How can I say, like,
Placed me.
your company placed you to live
In Gifu.
your company placed you in Gifu.
Yeah.
Place can be verb.
Yeah.
I see. So your company placed you in Gifu.
Yeah.
So what did you think? So because you wanted to live in Tokyo, right?
Yeah, but my friend told me about Gifu and said it was.
So your
cool
friend, so he lived in near Gifu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said, like, oh, that's a really awesome place. And I told him where my apartment was, and he told me it's near like a main road with lots of restaurants and bars. So like, I was excited.
But really different place comparing Tokyo and Gifu.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't care. Like,
Mhm.
I just wanted to do an adventure. So.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's like I was talking to this guy at the bar yesterday I met. He's Sri Lankan, but he's moving to America. And he's doing so much research on like which city to live in.
Yeah.
But I told him like, my company chose where I was gonna live, and I just didn't care, and it turned out fine. So like, I told him he should just not be too concerned about finding the perfect place.
do you wanna say something to people who want to go to abroad now?
Who want to go abroad? You don't need to say to.
Oh,
Who want to go abroad?
who want
To go.
to go abroad?
Mm.
Actually, who want
To live.
to live abroad?
Do I have advice?
Do you have?
I think if you want to do it, then you should do it as soon as possible because maybe when you're younger, it's easier to adapt to changes. But I think you should have a plan probably because I didn't have a plan when I came here. And
How long have you been in Japan?
3 years.
3 years. Did you expect that?
I half expected it.
You expected?
Kind of like I told my family that I would be there 1 year, but I wasn't too concerned about coming back.
Okay.
So just do it and have a plan and a reason for coming. Yeah.
Okay.
And learn the language for where you're living.
Okay.
You can meet a lot more people.
If you have any requests, please comment below. And
Give us a
give us a
give
thumbs
this
up.
video a
Gi-
thumbs up.
Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel.
Bye.
Bye. See you.